Sagt die Mishnah. If a person is in Shemona Esrei, right? We had this brought before in the Gemara, and he realizes Bakeri, you can't stop Shemona Esrei in the middle. You should just quickly finish. Yard Litvo, the person is going to the mikveh. He's Bakeri, and he wants to daven and say Kriya Shema, but he has to go to the mikveh. So he goes Litvo im yochel alois lischasois filikrois. So if you can come out of the mikveh and get dressed, and then say Kriya Shema Shaloti Netzachama until Nates, which is Man Kriya Shema. Interesting enough, Yala Viskas, that's what you should do. V'im lav, you still have to get Man Kriya Shema before Netzachama. Yiskasa b'mayim. Yiskasa b'mayim. Yiskasa v'yikra. Yiskasa b'mayim v'yikra. So keep yourself covered. Keep yourself covered with water. Let's say Kriya Shema. And okay, now this is that's one thing. In other words, the point is you have to say Kriya Shema Bisman. So if that means saying in the water, say in the water. We'll see the Gemara is going to discuss why that is. Why by Nates you have to say Kriya Shema. We're going to see it's according to Vasikin. Anyways, now this is another halacha about where you can say Kriya Shema. Don't be miskasa, not in mayim royim, mayim which is like dirty, mishra, or mayim which you're soaking. I think I don't know. You're soaking flax or something. Yeah, it's mayim which is very dirty water, unpleasant water. It smells bad. Now, there's something missing here in the Mishnah. The Gemara explains that you have to add in here, and also you can't say Kriya Shema anywhere near meiraglayim, urine. You can't say Kriya Shema anywhere near that. So ad shayitu l'toich ha'mayin. V'kamem yarchik behen. Yeah, you can't say it near urine until you put water in the meiraglayim. Now, how far, if there is meiraglayim, do you have to stay away? Mihen meiraglayim umin atzoya, or for this by the same issue, tzoya daled amos. You can't say Kriya Shema within daled amos of meiraglayim or tzoya. So Akti Gemara Torah Rabbanan Ayimi B'Tfilah V'Niska Shubal Keri Lo Yavsik Eli Yikatzer, as we said in the Mishnah. Hoyekayre B'Torah V'Niska Shubal Keri Enu Mavsik V'Oila El Megamgem V'Koyre. In other words, so you can quickly say the words. So because you're being megamgem the words, you're like swallowing the words, you're not explaining anything, you're saying it very quickly, it's not really audible to anyone else, so that's okay. That's not really called kriya. Apparently you're yaitze. Meir says no, you cannot say a bakeri can't say 3 psukim. Tanirach. So what do you do if you're in the middle of Shemona Esrei and there's tzoya? So mahal the fun of again, you have to create a distance of Dalet Amos. So the way to do that, best way to do that is precede Dalet Amos and past the tzoya, and therefore it's behind you Dalet Amos. Okay. In fact, the Gemara about Tani and Tzadim, you don't have to necessarily do that. You can also go to the side. It's also sufficient. So if you can't go ahead, go to the side. But it's preferably to go ahead and have the tzoy behind you. Now, what happens if you daven, you already daven, and you turn around and there's tzoya? You look next to you, there's tzoya. You shouldn't have done that. Maski for Rava, but it's not true. Zever Shem Toeva. We know that if it's a korban of Rishoyim is a Toeva. In other words, it's a chisar that's a mechef to the korban. So here too, it's stama, it's a tefillah, which is a toeva. It's not really okay. It's a tefillah, it's a toeva. It's a problem. Taisus explains that it's Shitas whether or not you have to daven again, whether it's you daven somewhat, you can't daven again, but it's you can't rectify it, or it's the point no, you just it's b'chal not a tefillah, you have to daven again. If a person, for whatever some reason, he's in Shmona Esrei, and he was unable to control himself, and he has Meir Galayim during Shmona Esrei. So what do? You have to wait until my Meir Galayim stops, and then go back. Now the question is, what does that mean? That's unclear. What do you mean go back and daven? One says you have to go back to the beginning, you're out. And the other one says go back to wherever you left off. What happened here is that he for whatever reason it is, he was interrupted in the middle of his tefillah for what's called a significant amount of halachic time, which means the time it would take to say the entire Shemona Esrei. So im shokit the Gemara school of Chayz of the Reish. So that's a machlekes. One holds whenever you have that amount of interruption, you have to go back to the beginning. No, even though you interrupted what's called kidei shah kidei ligmor es kuloi, it's enough just to go back to where you left off. Amud HaYomi, that makes no sense. I don't understand. Then you're missing the main point. They didn't discuss the shoya lo shoya. They discussed what happens if there's mayim shaysasim. Of course, you have to go back. Here, he weren't shoya. Mar holds that the fact, this is the way Rashi explains it, is the fact that he has to go to the bathroom, he has to make Meir Glayim, and he cannot withhold himself back from that for the time of davening, for the next 72 minutes, for the next time period. So that means he's a person who is unfit for davening. So therefore, he's Marsav D'Chuyahu, Ven Roy, Ven Tfilas Tfila. Tfila is not a Tfila. Umarsava Gavra Chazia. No, in other words, he has a problem. In other words, he interrupts, but he's essentially a person who's Chazia Tfila, which is a technical problem. You can't daven while there's Meir Glayim. Tfilas Tfila. Tana Rabbanim. Hanitzach Nikavov. Person needs to go relieve himself. Now, I think this is Pashup Shat Tomah Gedolim here. Yeah, he needs to recover. He needs to go to the bathroom. Are you spalo? You're not allowed to daven. Imi spalo, tefillah so to'eva. It's not a tefillah. Now, so this is a very important part of the halacha. Tefillah so tefillah. Now, it could be lechatchila he shouldn't daven either way. But if he knows that he has an urge to relieve himself, but he could wait, for the halacha is. We'll see in a second. How long? We'll see in a second. How long? A parsa. If he can wait 72 minutes for a meal, a parsa, so then he's considered to be a person who's roy to daven. There are those that have the same halacha, but they just said it on the brisa. The brisa says that anitzach nikavov. Don't mispalel. It's tefillas toeva, and that we say memedrum shein yochalaman alatzmo. Yochalachan alatzmo tefillas tefillah. Kaman ozir at parsa. Amishmonach meini yom nasan Okay, sorry. Now we're saying, why is it he can't daven? A person must prepare himself to meet Hashem, and therefore must be preparing means they have to be able to go to the bathroom now and daven in a state of being clean. Guard your legs when you go to Beis Lakim. Shmor atzmecha shlo techta. V'im techta every korban ufanai. Make sure you don't sin if you do bring a korban. V'karav l'shmoya. Amar Rava. Have a karav l'shmoya divrei chachamim. She'im chaytim. If a person is chayte, so miviyim korban. So this is the interpretation of the pasuk as follows: a person should bring a korban because he's chayta. For oisen shuveh, miteisak silim zechach. It's better. Now, if a person does a korban, he should listen to chachamim, and when he brings a korban, he should listen to the punchline. He should also do tshuva, as opposed to the ksilim that miteisak zevach al teik ksilim shechoytim mevim korban ein oisen tshuva. The fools to bring the korban, they don't do tshuva. Now, that the last statement of the pasuk is a little bit out of place because they don't know how to do evil. What do you mean? Yachi, they're not ksilim, they're tzadikim. Yachi tzadikim. I'll take ksilim shechoytim mevim korban ve'enin yoidim im al toiva im mevim im al ra. It's not that they don't do bad. It's they they just bring the korban. They're not able to think through. What did I do? Was it bad? This, they're not realizing what's going on. They don't understand between good and bad, and they bring a korban. It's like Hashem is upset. Now this goes back to our discussion. Is the same pasuk here, Shmor nekavecha. It says also, guard your nikavim. Guard your body, the holes in your body. Make sure that you don't need to go to the bathroom when you're davening. Okay, tefillin. Now we're going to do a discussion of what do you do with your tefillin when you go to the Beis HaKisei. By the way, when in the Gemara when we say Beis HaKisei, it's talking about there's a field that you go out into the Beis HaKisei. You go, right? So he goes out to the Beis HaKisei, to this field, the sadeh, where they use as a bathroom. So what you do is you take off your tefillin, that's a place where it's designated. It's not designated. You don't have to keep this dalet amos distance. We allow you to walk in. The whole issue is that maybe once a person is a kisei, he might relieve himself with his tefillin, and we have to keep siyagim and hechekim to avoid that situation. But if it's a basic kisei aroi, it's not be'etzim what they're doing over there. We're not as concerned. So ukashiyoytzim yirachik dalet amos manich. Then go out a distance, keep a space, and then put it back on. Why? Because, this is talking again. This last halach is talking about the Beis HaKisei Aroi. When he comes in, he goes right away. But when he goes out, once you've already used it, so it does get status of a kavua, and you have to go out to al-Amos to put on tefillin, back your tefillin on. By the way, we'll explain also, they would wear their tefillin all day. That was what's accepted. Tefillin is something you do mitzvah all day. So of course you have to constantly figure out when you take it off and put it on. What's the halacha b'tefillin l'beis hakisei? Kavua. Can a person go in a beis hakisei kavua with tefillin? Lahashtin mayim. So here we have a question where he wants us just to urinate. Lahashtin mayim. Ravina Shari, Ravada Barbasta Osir. Also Shali Rav, they asked Rav the question, Osir, why? Chashinan Shem Yifana Behen. We're afraid that he might go to the bathroom, or he might have gas. when he goes to the bathroom, when he urinates, I guess. So therefore, you have to take off your tefillin in the Beis HaKisei lahashtin. Tanya idach anichas Beis HaKisei kavua. Choylet tefillin. This is the brisa. Now, this is what you're going to see here is there's a development of what happened. Something that changed over the time. First, they said when you go in, choylet tefillin you put it in a little, you find a space in the wall. Don't even bring it in at all. And then go out and put it back on. Only when you're out, Basil says no. Moshe says no. Don't just leave your tefillin unguarded. Take it in. Rabbi Kiva says keep it. Wrap it in your garment. Wrap it up and go in. How could it be? You might drop it. In other words, if you just put it like this, like in your baguette or something, like stick it in, it might fall. Oh no. You put it, you wrap it, and you hold it with your hand. And then you find a place inside the area of the Beis HaKisei. Why not? What was wrong with the way they did it originally? Because you're not guarding your tefillin properly. Now, the interesting thing, chashad. Right, we had chashad, we had it on Daf Gimel there, right? Chashad, Zoyna. In fact, the Zoyna comes along, and she now was able to frame this person of his tefillin. Look what I got. He was very embarrassed. You they instituted you have to guard your tefillin the whole time when you go to the Beis HaKisei. That originally you left it outside, and also it could be mice or rats taking all this one. You should put it inside. No, I'm sorry. Originally it was inside, and there was where the rats are inside the Beis HaKisei, and now they said put it outside. Now people were taking it out. Okay, we'll stop here. It's late.